Hi Geminis! Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. I'm back. I am back. So, I'm happy to be back. This is a general reading. It is going to be a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the middle card in the first part of the reading. Let's find out. This reading will not resonate with everyone because it is general. I still do private readings though. I never stopped doing the private readings because I didn't want to leave anybody hanging there. So let's find out what Geminis can expect coming up in their lives. Any advice is so welcome too for Geminis universe. All right, so I'm going to cut them. I'm usually a cutter, but I think this time I'm cutting them. Yes, I am, for Geminis. Now, let's get the cards out for a two-part reading for Geminis. Please, universe. What can they expect coming in? There you are, is the King of Swords. For Geminis, please. What do they need to know? Any advice is always welcome. Well, for Gemini. Okay. Let's see what we have so far. So I always put the cards down in the same order that they come out of the deck. Wow. Got some big changes coming in. Big, beautiful changes. Okay, so we have a few cards left to go towards the second part of the reading. So Geminis, wow. Okay, so I got the Nine of Cups surrounding the entire reading. And most of you already know this can be about wishes coming true, okay? But I see it. I mean, it also can be that, but I see it as if you have tons of love that you can offer, but not being able to, or not in the right position to just yet, okay? But you have them. You know you have them. They're sitting on a shelf behind you. So you're just waiting for the perfect opportunity, all right? So which could be a wish come true. All right. So up here in your highest energy is the world. There's a new life cycle coming in. And, you know, I got to show you something here. This world card, because that world is in your highest energy. So we have the Nine of Cups and the world. Whole new life cycle. You have all this love that you're just, waiting to hand out right above the Nine of Cups. Four of Wands. This is a very, very strong soulmate energy. There's so much joy and love in this card. There's union between two people. This can be a card of marriage. Wow. So, it looks to me like your new life cycle is probably going to allow you to hand out these cups of love. Next to the Four of Wands, for those of you this reading is going to resonate with, is the Knight of Pentacles. The slowest, so tediously slow. You could just pull your hair out, This is waiting for commitment, security, stability. Very, very slow moving. It feels like it's coming in. It feels like what you've been waiting for. Right under the World card, I have the King of Swords. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, and so you're Gemini. One of those other signs could be strong in this chart or in this reading too. So this is having your sword up in self-protection. It's almost like you don't believe what's happening, okay, when this Knight of Pentacles comes forward, male or female. They're all male or female. And so, seeking the truth. It's like you're in self-protection because you want the truth. You don't want to think something or be persuaded about something that isn't really going to happen, because that might have happened before with you and in this relationship here. But you're very much on guard. You're looking for that truth about this new life cycle. Are you really going to be able to hand out these cups that you've been just sitting on, hanging on to, kind of like waiting for the right moment, the right person? I have the Seven of Cups right next to the Nine of Cups and under the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this is a person that you are giving up hope on. that you were feeling like that they were just, oh, friends with benefits, or they just didn't have the same feelings for you that you had for them, that you saw them as one of these Seven of Cups, enticing, but not the right cup. But it seems to me, by looking at this reading so far, that they're coming in. And it just took them a long time to figure out what it is that they wanted. And that to have, sometimes it's to get up the nerve to follow through with love. I have the Four of Cups under the King of Swords. So, yeah, you want to know, should you be accepting this cup, when they come in? Should you be trusting this cup when they come in? So you're kind of like, you have questions. The King of Swords is about truth and clarity and conversation. So you do have questions that you're going to ask and need to ask before you feel comfortable in accepting this pentacle that is coming your way. So next to the Four of Cups, I have the Emperor, the card for Aries. Aries could be strong in someone's chart here around this reading. But Aries, this is like being very stubborn, holding true to oneself. It is, you can be very well liked and respected by others. You can be a leader in your profession. I feel like this is your energy. It's more about you looking out for yourself. It's more about you holding true to yourself. Because, see, you have all those cups. This is right below the Nine of Cups. And right next to not just jumping on this offer that's going to come in of commitment and security. So you're going to hold true to yourself. You're very, very mature in your thinking. You might have Aries someplace else in your chart too, or Aries just could be around the reading, or no Aries at all. It is the energy of these cards that mean the most. I have the Strength card next to the Emperor and under the Seven of Cups. This is the card for Leo. So Leo might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But there's the infinity symbol, the symbol of intuition and knowing. You're going to know what to do. Don't stress. You're going to figure this out. You're going to know what to do, and you're going to find the strength and the courage to do it. You're the Emperor. You know what you want. And you're going to figure out whether or not this is a Seven of Cups relationship or if this is actually the one that you've been waiting for. Let's take out the second part of this reading. We can get a lot more information. Got a few more cards here. Need 5 more cards, please, for Geminis. Here we go. All right. Set aside. Okay, Geminis. I have the Seven of Wands here right next to the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you are on guard about that Knight of Pentacles coming in. I really don't think you trust it. You're really going to need some answers. But you know what? And there's people with opinions. I mean, look at all those wands coming in. Wands are about conversation. They're about communication. So, picking and choosing. What do you want to believe? You got your own wand. So you are going to use your intuition. You're going to know what to do. And that is to make up your own mind. Don't, just go with, and I think this is somewhat advice in this reading. Don't just do what somebody thinks you should do. Do what you think you should do. So I do feel like your guard is up. I do feel like you're going to do, it's like, get back. I will make up my mind. I will figure this out. I have the Wheel of Fortune right next to the Seven of Wands. You will be entering a new life cycle. It's all about this new life cycle. But this is the universe. The universe is involved in this, and they're pushing you, and they're whispering in your ear, and they're like polling and nudging you. By doing certain things in your life. Certain things are happening, certain signs. You might be seeing certain signs, hearing things. Whatever it might be, the universe is involved in helping you to move forward in the way you're supposed to move forward. And it's always for your better. So let's keep reading. I've got the Two of Pentacles right next to that universe. The Wheel of Fortune there. So, indecisive. So you're going to go through this period of should I, shouldn't I? Is this good for me or not? Is this bad for me? There's probably some history with this person. I really feel like if this is your reading, you've got some history already with this person. And you're trying to figure out if you should totally go with it. I do think you love this person, though, because I got that Four of Wands over here. And I think they love you, too. So you're going to be weighing the pros and cons. I have the Four of Swords under the Seven of Wands and next to the Seven of Cups. So you're healing. You go in deep. You take quiet time to yourself, whether it's sitting by a river or a stream or just sitting quietly in your home or under a tree. I mean, you're really letting your thoughts come to you and trying to figure out what decision is the right decision for you. It's very healing. It's meditating, praying, soul searching, okay? And it's very healing and very spiritual. So all this blocking and this wondering if they really are the right cup for you. You're also thinking about your future. This is under the Wheel of Fortune. You're wondering if that is really what you've been waiting for. It's next to the Four of Swords, all that healing that's going on. So a lot that's going to be on your mind is what does your future look like in moving forward? Or do you want to accept that pentacle that's going to be offered to you? And you're looking at that pentacle here with the Page of Pentacles as if it's a crystal ball. And you're trying to foresee the future. So you're giving this some serious, serious thought. But look at what we got here. This is what's coming up in that future. This is what you've been wanting. The Sun, a fresh start, a new beginning with lots of love and lots of joy. 2 cards for love and joy. Fresh start. This is a beautiful card. It's a favorite card in the whole deck because the Sun is so joyful and so renewing. Could be a child involved with this card too in your decision. I have the Three of Wands here under the Four of Swords and next to the Strength card. You are definitely wondering, is this your ship coming in? Is it really your ship coming in? It's like, like I said, this whole reading is about should you believe it or shouldn't you? Okay? So you're going to believe it. I can see that here. It's your ship. You're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings here, and there's 3 ships out there in the ocean. And I think you've waited a very long time for your ship to come in. Very long time with that Knight of Pentacles, and it's coming in. This is something you're going to have to convince yourself to trust in order to move forward if this is your reading. I have the Nine of Pentacles next to the Three of Wands and under the Page of Pentacles. So this is being, you don't have to have somebody in your life. You know that, right? So if this is your reading, you already know that. You are stable. You are secure. You have a job. It's not like you have to accept this pentacle. You have your own pentacles. But you would like to share your pentacles with somebody. Now this is what you're trying to figure out. Should you stay in the Nine of Pentacles? Or should you go into the Four of Wands and the Sun and have this fresh start, new beginning? And all this love and joy and moving forward, or are you going to be happier on your own? I think you're going to accept this offer. I just think that you're just going to have to figure things out to get to that point. I have the Seven of Pentacles right next to the Nine of Pentacles and under the Sun. Yeah, you had waited a long time for this pentacle, and I think that's what you finally realize in the end. That you have waited and waited and waited, and you don't want to destroy what's finally happening. So I think you figure out this is your ship. This is what you've been waiting for. This commitment, this security, stability, and this offer of love that's coming in. Oh goodness. A fresh start and a new beginning. This is a beautiful reading, Geminis. So this is your reading, and I want to thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot, and I want to thank my guardian angels and spirit guides for helping me deliver you this message.